Alright, so today we're going to do a fruit review on this product, and this is tomatoes, and it's called Wild Wonders. And you'll see this in your supermarkets, maybe Walmart or ShopRite, and you'll probably see these out certain times of the year. It's by Sunset Tomatoes, and there's a number of tomatoes in here that got some names to them. I do know some of the names of them, but I don't know all of the names. But we're going to taste test these, and we're going to take a look at them. We'll look at I think there's like 4 or 5 varieties. We'll check those varieties out. We'll cut them open, and then we'll taste test them. Okay, so we cut them open. We laid them out, and I'll show you the different varieties. And the few that I know the names of on this is down here. This is the Zima tomato. I did a tomato review on that one. And they used to have the mini Kumato in here, and I don't see the mini Kumato at all. So I'm not sure if maybe just this one batch don't have the mini Kumato in it, but I have bought these before and the mini Kumato was in there, and I don't see it now. So it's lacking the mini Kumato, so I don't see that. But they have this one in here, and I believe this one is called the Angel Sweet or something. This one might be called the Angel Sweet. There is a name for this. I don't remember it. I remember seeing the name. There's a name for this one, which is like a white. Trying to get you the right light here. It's like a white type of grape tomato. And here's this one. I'll give you a better look at that. This is a nice Campari, I believe that's how you pronounce that. Campari type tomato, which is like it's not a cherry tomato, and it's not a regular size slicer tomato. It's like in between. So Campari is like actually it's like a very large cherry tomato is what a Campari is. So that's in that family, but it's a golden type. Here's the Angel Sweet, I believe it's called. Trying to keep that shadow off me. Angel Sweet. All right, that's all that is. That's just a regular tomato. Here's the Zima tomato. It's a beautiful sunset orange tomato. And then there's this tomato. I don't remember what the name of this was. I did look it up, but I don't remember what the name is. But it's a very interesting looking tomato. It's got a nice little nipple on the bottom, and nice dark shoulders. It's like a Kumato, but like a hybridized version or something. And this one's called the Minzano, because I looked this one up, and this one is called the Minzano, or Mini Manzano is really what it is. So they call it the Minzano. And this one in the back is a little bit of a strange one too. It's kind of like a yellow mini pear tomato, but kind of different. It's almost like a grape tomato. It doesn't really want to form that light bulb shape. It's got almost like a little nipple on the bottom, and so there's that one as well. So let's start off with the Zima. I know I already did a taste test on it, but we'll give this one a taste test. So let's start off with the Zima. That's what the inside looks like. If I can get that to focus. Focus, focus, focus. Alright, that's your Zima. That's what it looks like. That's a delicious tomato, man. Wow. I really have to say, I don't know what they do to their tomatoes to get those genetics to taste so good, but Sunset really has some rockin' cherry and grape tomatoes. These are excellent snacking tomatoes. You throw a little salt on these, you don't need potato chips when you got tomatoes that taste this good. Believe me, if you put out a bowl of the best potato chips, even homemade potato chips, and you were to put a bowl of these out, I'd be picking out of this. I wouldn't even touch the potato chips. And I do like potato chips once in a while, you know, if I'm watching a football game or something. But so here's the Angel Sweet. Now, I noticed that the Angel Sweets that were in here didn't taste that good. I think they're picking them unripe, and they're not ripening up inside the package very well. So I noticed that I ate a couple of these last time, and they didn't really taste that good. So anyway, that's what it looks like on the inside. Let's give it a taste. So for a tomato that you're going to get from the store, these tomatoes are about the best tasting things you're going to get. Everything else in the store is almost completely unedible. I cannot eat those other tomatoes as much as I try. They just, I can't eat them. I need to taste a tomato now that has like a good rich flavor, something that you would grow out of your garden. That's what I need. I can't eat these tomatoes that they got there. These, even the on the vine ones, they don't even taste good. So yeah, that one tastes pretty good. It's a little light in color. They're usually a lot more red than that. So that was your Angel Sweet. Now there's this one, this Campari Gold. There is a name for that. I don't remember the name. Let's take a look at the inside. And let's give it a taste test. It's a little more tangy than sweet, but the balance is perfect. And the balance on this one was good too. But this one's a little bit more tangy than sweet, but it tastes good though. It has a nice aftertaste. There's a little bit of a funny aftertaste when you eat that, but it's very unique to that tomato. It's not bad or anything, it's just unique aftertaste. After you eat it and you swallow, that tomato flavor kind of hangs around. There's like a little earthy flavor behind that hangs around a little bit, and it's very unique to that tomato. Let me just eat this other half. The texture on them are perfect. Perfect texture, perfect balance of flavor. It's just that's a beautiful tomato. I'm going to be growing these next year, by the way. I save seeds from these. I buy these tomatoes like every other week. I'll treat myself to it. Like $4 or $5 for that little container. I'll treat myself and I'll buy one of those containers, and I kept a few of them just for seeds, and I squeezed them, and we're going to grow them out. All right, so next one up is this one, which I forgot the name of it. Now that looks like a rich tomato. Look at the color on that thing. That looks absolutely good. Let's give that a bite. It's not too sweet, but it did have a pretty good sweetness, but it wasn't really balanced very well. At least that one piece was. The tangy part was very tangy. Like, it had more of a tang flavor than sweetness, but there was sweetness there. And the balance was off a little, but it still tasted good. And the effect in your mouth from like the texture of it was very nice. It's nice and meaty type of tomato. It wasn't like gushy like. Let me just eat that one and we'll move on to the next one. Yeah, same thing. The tangy flavor was a little bit more than the sweet, but it still tasted really good. The tangy flavor hangs around in the back of your mouth a little bit on this one. And it kind of like, it wants to draw you back for that tangy flavor. So it does kind of bring you back to that. This is a nice tomato. I'm definitely going to grow these next year. This year, actually. So here's the Manzano. Here, let me give you a look at the Manzano. That's what it looks like. The mini Manzano, that's what they call it. And that's what it looks like on the inside. That's what that looks like. And we'll give it a taste test. That would actually make a really good sauce tomato. That tastes really good. That has a nice balanced flavor. It just has a kind of a flavor that would just taste good if you made sauce with it. It's that kind of tomato flavor. It's the flavor of the Manzano. If I might say Manzano. No, the Marzano. I'm sorry. The mini Marzano. What's it called? The Manzano. Well, that's what it's called, the Manzano. But the tomato that that they got the genetics from was the Marzano, not Manzano. I don't know why I'm saying that. Sorry about that. But yeah, that's good. Wow, that one ranks really high. That one's a really nice one. All right, and now we got like this white tomato. It's not white, it's kind of a bone color, but they call these bone color tomatoes white. They're not yellow tomatoes like this. See, that's like a yellow. See, that's like yellow. This is considered a white tomato, even though it's kind of bone in color. There's not really any such thing as a white tomato per se. They're always a little bit bone in color. A little bit to some degree. So that's that tomato. And this is what it looks like on the inside. And let's give it a bite. So far, that's the best one out of the flavors of them all. Though, I have gotten packages. You know, I buy these like every other week or every 2-3 weeks or something like that. Where sometimes some tomatoes taste better than others. But this tomato is definitely rocking and rolling right here. Look at that. That is absolutely gorgeous and delicious. This one's like the best one so far. Wow, that's good. I definitely would buy more of these just for that tomato. That's how good that was. And then, of course, there's this tomato, which is like a yellow pear, but it's not quite a yellow pear tomato. It's got like a little thing on the bottom, like a little nipple. And it's like a cross between a pear and a grape tomato. So let's take a look at the inside. That's what it looks like on the inside. And let's give it a bite. Yeah, that one's alright. It's not as good as the others, though. I'll be honest with you. The others were definitely a little better in taste. This one was a little bit more tangy, but low on the sweetness. But it still tasted pretty good altogether. Way better than anything else that you're going to buy from the store, regardless. So it still tasted better anyway, but I wouldn't rank it number one. It'd probably be close to my lower end. So anyway, that's it. Just wanted to do a quick review, show you these tomatoes. If you see them in the store, give them a try. They're pretty good. I like the flavor. If you can't get yourself to eat the store-bought tomatoes and you're not eating your vegetables, or you're not eating your tomatoes and you need that tomato fix, I would definitely say give these a try. These will definitely get you through the winter until your garden starts. Because like I say, there's not much you can do in the wintertime. You got to take whatever they give you. And this is about the best you're going to get. This, and there's a couple of other ones that are okay. They're not the best in the world, but they're okay. Maybe I'll do a review on them in the future. Yeah, I like these a lot. Every time I see them, they're not always available. They're only like there for like maybe 1 month or 2 months, and then you won't see them anymore. And they have like other variety packs that you could buy those, but those aren't as good. When you see this Wild Wonders variety pack, those are the ones that when I see them, I buy them. They're worth the money. Even during tomato season, I might buy 1 or 2 of those because they're really that good and they're worth buying. All right, so they beat the flavor of any of the other tomatoes in the store. So don't think that you can't eat tomatoes because you can't get good tasting tomatoes. You could at least go with these. That'll get you through the winter and you should be good to go. All right, so that was just a quick fruit review on the Wild Wonders. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you on the next one. Take care.